Hi, this is Rob Leo, Model Schools Coordinator at the Central New York Regional Information Center. And in this brief tutorial, I'm going to share with you an iPad app called TinyTap, which will allow you to create interactive games and activities for your students. Despite the fact that it's kind of infantile and geared towards younger children who are just learning vocabulary and so forth, I think this can be a great app to use in any curricular area to build vocabulary. When you first open TinyTap, you may be prompted to create an account. You can edit your account information on the top right of your shelf. You can see on my screen there are a number of items here. You can see some of the projects I've already created in the second shelf. If you want to create a new project, you can click the Create button. If you want to search for existing projects that others have shared and have made public, you can click on the Market. Note that some of the items cost money, many are free. It may be worth your while to peruse what's there to see what is shareable. I'm going to demonstrate how to create a project, and I'm simply going to click Create. To get started, you can click on the Creation Packs. There are many free backgrounds that you can use. You can take a picture with your camera. You can use an existing picture that you've stored in your iPad's photo album. You can use Dropbox, or you can search the web. Notice also there is a palette down at the bottom of the screen. To get back to the import of an image, you can click on the camera and smiley face star icon on the bottom right. You have a highlighter, chalk, pencil, paintbrush, pen, eraser, and so forth that you can use to draw on your activity. One suggestion I have before you get started is to set up some kind of storyboard and store the images you want to use in an album on your iPad. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to build a 3-page geography lesson that identifies the continents and water bodies of the world. I found this image doing a Google image search and saved it to my camera roll. Once you've selected an object from your camera roll, you can click Add Activity. Next, you'll be prompted to click the Next button. Now that you've added your image, you can add one of 3 activities. You can also add multiple pages, so if you'd like to incorporate each of the activities, you can. I'm going to demonstrate Say Something first to do an introductory slide. Then I'm going to create a soundboard to identify the different land masses and water bodies. Then I'm going to test my student skills by clicking Ask a Question. On my first slide, I've selected Say Something as the activity, and you simply click Start Recording to record an introductory message. That is the only feature of this tool. You can simply record something and explain what to do next. I'm going to continue this process for the next page in my project, simply clicking Add Photo. I'm going to add the same photo, but this time I'm going to add a different activity. In this instance, I'm going to create a soundboard. This will allow me to trace an object and record my voice explaining what it is. You can click the gear to see what your options are. This will allow you to create an audio message that explains what the activity is all about. It'll also prompt you to trace on your screen and then record your voice. In this case, I've clicked the gear icon. I can record a voice intro, and I can also decide if I want to play the activity one at a time or if I want to include 3D buttons. Once I'm done with the settings, I simply traced around the screen on the picture, and I was confronted with this plus sign. Once you click the plus sign, you can record your voice. Once you start recording, you'll notice that the edit icon will change to green, indicating that you have been successful. And I'm going to add a third activity. In this case, I'm going to do an Ask a Question activity, where I'll be prompted to ask a question first and then trace the answer key after the fact. Once you've uploaded your picture and you choose to ask a question, you can record your question first. If you want to play it back, you can click play. Once you've asked your question, you'll be prompted to trace an answer area. As an example, if I was to ask where is North America, I would trace the answer area, and when I'm done, I would check the green checkbox. You can continue to build your activity by asking more and more questions. You simply click Add Question and continue the process. Once you are done with your project, you have some options along the top of the screen. You can change the background color. In this case, notice there's the golden edge. You can change the background music to your project. Just note that all of the background sounds are geared towards preschool children. Nonetheless, the activity can still be powerful, and there is a way to turn off the background music as well. You could edit your project, which will allow you to delete slides, and you can share your project. Of course, you'll also want to be sure to give your project a name, and you can click the green button to preview it. If you're all done, you can click Done. If you do click Done, the project will appear on your shelf. From here, you can continue to click Edit, or you can also share from this screen as well. Please note that you will need an email account, Twitter or Facebook to share the projects. I chose to share mine via email, and you want to give it a title, a description, discuss what skills it has, discuss what the appropriate age level is. It goes up to age 6. And then if you want to make it public or private, you can turn this on or off. When you're all set, you can click Share Game, but again, please note you will have to have an email account installed on your device in order to share this via email. Thanks for listening. I hope you found this tutorial useful.